what is the objective of the airdrop?
What were the lessons that you guys learned from the airdrop campaign?
I mean, how long do we have here? We really want all liquidity everywhere. Jupiwary in our airdrop was all about inviting the users to become part of the community.
Tell me if you can share anything, of course, about Jupiri 2026. All right, guys, airdrops.com here live with Kash Dhanda of Jupiter. A couple of months ago, we were here in Istanbul for Cat Istanbul 2025, which
That's
was a
right.
major, brilliant event. Now, another huge event, Solana Crossroads.
Mhm.
How do you feel here, Cash? Tell me.
Oh, equal parts excited and exhausted, I think, and it's only like halfway through day one, but the energy is off the charts, which is excellent. There's a ton of great speakers and great projects. I'm learning about new projects as well, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to eat lunch as well. But that might be later.
We should have saved some lunch for Cash. You guys, you didn't remind me. My producer over there, come on. All right,
No, it's
Cash.
good. Swimsuit season's coming up. I gotta lose some weight anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's summer season upon us. Our audience is very interested in Jupiter. We have a lot of our requests are from the audience are about Jupiter,
Amazing.
and we would like to give them an insight. I know that they enjoy your live stream, but still, let's do our own stream here. What is next in terms of enhancing user experience and liquidity aggregation? What would you say about these?
So we've made a lot of progress on this, right? So from Metis V1, which was our initial routing algorithm. Sorry, should I look at the camera review?
Doesn't matter.
That's you. Well, so we started by just aggregating all these AMMs that were on Solana, right? All the dexes that were there. And in recent times, we've made some real strides forward to get even better price and even better execution for traders. The most notable thing that we've done recently is something called Juno. So Juno is our next generation liquidity engine. It's a few days old. This is alpha still because the market does not realize this. It takes all the dexes on Solana, and it uses a network of more than 18 different market makers from around the world. And it looks at other routing algorithms like dflow and hashflow. And then it looks across all three of those different sources, and then it gives you the best price and the best execution. So when we think about aggregating liquidity, we're looking for both things that are on chain in Orca, Radium, Meteora, etc., but also the stuff that's off chain. The stuff that the market makers are holding in inventory that you can't really get otherwise. And the beauty there is that the market makers can offer this with 0% slippage because they get quoted and they do exactly that quote. Unlike AMMs, which of course, as you know, have slippage, particularly during volatile times or during times where you're doing very large orders into relatively low liquidity tokens and so on. So that's something that I'm really excited about. I want more market makers on Jupiter Z, is what we call it, the RFQ product, and I'm excited to see more aggregation algorithms like dflow and hashflow added into Juno as well. At the end of the day, Jupiter offers like a one-of-a-kind trading experience, and we really want all liquidity everywhere in one place. And the fun part of my job is that, and the fun part of the team's job is that every day we wake up, there's another AMM that's created, there's another launchpad that's created, there's another MM that comes on board. So yeah, we still have a lot of work to do.
Every day there's more liquidity to be
Every
swallowed
day,
up
yeah.
by Jupiter.
Inshallah, inshallah. Yeah, when there's
Inshallah,
the
bro.
days when there's not, the days we're gonna worry a little bit. But yeah, right now it's all up and to the right.
Okay, so Cash, we covered on airdrops.com the Jupiter airdrop.
Nice.
I'm wondering what were the lessons that you guys learned from the airdrop campaign there when you executed it?
Oh, how long do we have here? There's a bunch. So we've done two Jupiwary airdrops. Every January, we're committed to doing massive airdrops. The first one was 1 billion tokens. And then this most recent year at Kash Dhanda was 700 million tokens, as you know. And what we learned is that it's really important to get community buy-in into the way that it's structured. So we actually went to the DAO and proposed to the DAO an initial structure. And our DAO, which is the largest and most active DAO in crypto, rejected the proposal, which was a bit of I don't know if it was a bit of a surprise, but it was unanticipated, we'll say. So we came in with one plan, and the DAO and the community broadly came back and said, no, that's
No.
actually not the right way to do it. So we had to go back to the drawing board. We reviewed more than 12,000 pieces of verified feedback from stakers and figured out a better design mechanism. And what we figured out was broadly, you want to have airdrops that reward multiple stakeholder groups. So that includes, of course, traders on Jupiter. It also includes for us perps traders. So you want to be thinking across different products. We looked at a tiered structure rather than a linear or an exponential structure in order to prevent whales from taking the whole pie.
Yeah.
And we looked at stakers and voters and gave them special additional bonuses, right? So if you had staked and never unstaked, you got a bonus. If you had voted on every proposal, you got a bonus, and so forth. Really, the kind of meta lesson from each of these tactical decisions was, what is the objective of the airdrop? And how can the airdrop actually serve it? If it is just free marketing, sure, that's fine. That's no problem. Ours, we wanted to make a little bit more sophisticated and have a little bit more of an impact. So we really wanted to encourage people across critical programs, and we wanted to encourage people to participate in the DAO. Jubilee in our airdrop was all about inviting the users to become part of the community, right? And so every decision we made was really optimized around that key objective.
So expanding the DAO was one of the major goals of the
Correct.
airdrop,
Correct.
not just any ordinary marketing
Yeah.
approach.
Which is why we didn't look at fee rebates or anything kind of like very tactical like that. We were much more concerned with how do we actually accelerate our growth in the long term, because as you know, many airdrops end up being, for the project's perspective, give a lot of tokens, you get very little back in return. Your community doesn't really, nothing happens in your community and so on. So we were very intentional on this.
It very often happens to be the case that an airdrop is released, scalpers come and grab it, and then
Correct.
they never show up again.
Correct.
Whereas you guys seem to be focusing on the long-term strategy and the expansion of the project.
That was the
for
goal.
the long term. And tell me if you can share anything, of course, about Jupiri 2026. Are we gonna have that, or
it has been confirmed? So the DAO vote last time, the DAO vote voted in last December, I guess, to approve 2 additional Jupiries. So we just went through the one in 2025. There will be 700 million Jup tokens for 2026. Beyond that, I cannot unfortunately tell you anything. But there will be another Jupiri that is coming for the Jupiter faithful.
all right. So 700 million tokens,
Correct.
and that's 2026 January Jupiri, as we know it already.
Right. That's right.
So yeah, get ready, get in the DAO. This is how you get the airdrop, guys.
Yeah.
Well, Kash, it's been a pleasure. Tell me about I don't know what your goal is here at the conference. Why you here generally?
Yeah, I'm here because I have a bunch of buddies that are out here to meet great people like you and meet some new friends. And generally, I kind of get in touch with the Jupiter community as well. We were here, as you know, a few months ago, as you said, and so seeing a bunch of people that we got to know back then was really important. I think honestly, there is nothing like IRL. Real life interactions to build strong social bonds. So even though I'm on Telegram, 16 hours a day, and on Twitter, 20 hours a day or something like that, nothing replaces like a 5 or 10 minute in-person conversation. So hopefully when I leave, I'll feel a little bit closer to some old friends, and I'll have some new friends, and they'll feel a little bit closer to Jupiter as well.
I think you've just made friends with the airdrops.com community.
that I'm very glad to hear.
And I'm very happy to have had
Thanks
you
for
here.
having me, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.